what do organizations need to get right before the AI can improve how they actually run their business? Because I worry that the customers, like we talked about at the beginning of this, they need to run their business and they don't need to change their processes unless they need to change it, but they need to have their eyes wide open to use it when it can be beneficial. Big question
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
but what do you think?
Yes, I think number one, AI is just a tool. It's what you say. It's like one more tool. Excel, AI. It's just a tool that you need to learn how to use it. Okay, to your advantage, and you need to figure out where to put it into your process. AI is not just. I mean, generative AI, and when you just ask questions and you get response like a browser, you go and just search. It is not like that. You got to take it one more step. How do you incorporate that into your ERP strategy? For example, throughout my career lately, we use it to create flows, for example, process flows,
Yep.
right? And to validate process flows. So we use, for example, that's a really good tool to put it, right? So during the onboarding, the discovery, project management, okay, AI, it's fantastic. But for a company to start an ERP, they need good data. So that is the basis. If you don't have good data, validated data, one of these AI tools, you're going to be feeding with data. And if that data is not correct, so you're going to get, same as an ERP, right? You're going to get bad information.
Yeah, but so we were in business working different companies. I mean, when we were installing those systems, I sold you installed them. Companies, they were just it was a system of record for them. They were just taking orders, doing procurement, shipping, billing, running their bill of materials, doing production. They were closing the books. The data was maybe it was great, maybe it wasn't good. They might have had, you've seen this, they had the same vendor, customer, and maybe vendors because they're suppliers in 10 times. They had certain, maybe something before the name to delineate that was the one to use or whatnot because they had history on the other ones. They didn't want to delete them. Now, fast forward to today, the data has to be good. How do we get it cleaned up? How do we get it to where it's AI tool wise is useful? Because the era that we're at now is becoming more of an event driven where the data can actually tell you the action that you have to take. How is that data, how's it used? How are these customers, what shape are they in when you get to them?
Well, I mean, basically, I mean, you need to manage your data, right? So, I mean, it has to be a process of data, I mean, cleaning or cleansing, okay? So you need to identify where the data is coming from, okay? You need to identify who is going to be the resource who is actually going to be reviewing and validating the data, right? And then you need to be able to have kind of like a organized, like a data management, center on where you can have, I mean, access for every member of the organization. In the middle, you also use AI, right? AI will help you validate, cleanse the data, find inconsistencies in your data. Okay, that's kind of like the starting point, right? Pick where the data is located, what is your master data, and we know what is the data universe that you're going to be working with.